Arriving at RISD, John was quickly recognized among his college president peers as the president who tweets. Since I run RISD's media group, people mistakenly surmised that I was ghost tweeting on his behalf. It's really him, and completely uncensored. His tweeting began innocently. As John says later on in this book, he sees new technological tools as shiny objects from which it's impossible to turn away. Along the way, when people would ask if he was still doing his own creative work, I noticed he started to answer them by calling the tweets his art. After a while, I saw what he meant, as he used the tweets to help crystallize the lessons of the extraordinarily intense experience of suddenly becoming president of an institution during the worst financial crisis in decades. So this book was created starting there, by sorting through 1,200 140-character posts, each a little haiku about redesigning leadership, or at the minimum, just coming to terms with it. John's tweets now act as the headers throughout this book. The broader experiences and insights that they brought out are certainly relevant for me, someone who is in her 30s, trying to figure out what kind of leader I want to be and realizing that how I lead can reflect the changing world that our generation is inheriting. I hope that they also resonate with John's now nearly 100,000 other Twitter followers out there, wherever they are. I've been inspired in the work I get to do with John and hope that, through this book, some of that inspiration and hope can be passed on to you. Becky Bermont.
1. Start here. There is a simple saying in Japanese that epitomizes the nature of striving for excellence. Ue ni wa ue ga aru. It translates literally as, above up, there is something even higher above up. To me, it is an eloquent expression of not only an unattainable goal in life, but also the nature of human ambition, of constantly wanting to become better. Becoming better can take many forms. It is easy to take matters into your own hands when it comes to improving skills like drawing, public speaking, or anything else where practice makes perfect. Advancing your own career, however, is something that is subject to an entirely different set of forces, fraught with politics, relationships, and chance, not all of which are as easily controlled. In my own working life, questions of career advancement had largely been resolved. I had worked my way up to being a tenured professor at MIT, which is a job that I could have kept until I croaked. Sure, there were a few times during my career as a junior professor when I tried to rock the boat and I was warned, cool your jets and wait in line for your turn. On another occasion, I was informed that my quest for change was pointless. John, just wait until they all die, I was told. I took that as advice to live into my hundreds, so I began exercising more and eating better to maximize my chances of making a difference. Little did I know what was about to happen long before I was 100. Simplicity to complexity. During my career as a professor, I had begun working outside of academia with a variety of clients, either with companies as a designer or with galleries as an artist. In doing so, it became clear that there was a missing piece to my education. People kept saying to me, "You're the creative person, John, so don't worry about the financial stuff." As a professor, I had always operated my own organization of one, but a brief stint as an administrator exposed my sheer lack of knowledge of how an organization of more than one is run. So I sought to remedy this deficiency with an MBA. Perhaps it was the missing piece in my life that would solve all my problems. Alas, getting it made me reflect on all the amazing changes in business, technology, and design that had led to intense complexity in our daily lives. I realized that I wasn't just missing a degree, I was missing a sense of simplicity. And so I began a project to define the laws of simplicity, which gave me the peace I was looking for that moment. Shortly after completing the laws of simplicity and giving a related talk at the Technology, Entertainment, Design, TED conference, I received a phone call from a headhunter about the possibility of leading a major art and design institution. I was happy to suggest names of other people the recruiter could contact instead of me, since